Hello, it's Joe with Jenny Promo Kitchen Vice Chair, and I'm with JQ today with HPG,
What's going on?
leader of all things field training. And we're coming at you with another one. These are winding down though. We only have this left, and then we'll be doing a live Q&A final session for all things prospecting. So more to come on that. But we have enjoyed this, and we're really dwindling down. We could definitely talk forever, but we knew when to put a cap on this. So if you haven't seen anything in this series, go back, share it with your team, listen to all the things prospecting. But today we are sharing information about leveraging social selling and the art of social selling. And how many times can I say social selling in 3 minutes? What do you think? I could say it like 17 times in 3 minutes if I had to guess.
Social selling. Social selling.
Social selling. Social selling. Sally said social selling by the seashore.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to kick it right to JQ, who I know has lots of topics and things to say on this, but you look surprised.
Well, I didn't you're going to kick it right to me, but I mean, I can take it. But I mean, sometimes, okay, I'll take it.
Kick it, girl. Kick it.
Well, I like this topic because, I coach 36 sales reps a week. And then there's other conversations I have outside of those scheduled coaching sessions. So I can be talking to over 45 sales reps a week. Sometimes that's text, sometimes that's Instagram. And I will tell you, out of 75% of those conversations, at some point, those people say to me, JQ, how do I convert my LinkedIn happy anniversaries, happy birthdays into business? How do I convert my followers, my connections into business? What do I even do in an invite? Do I send a note? Do I not send a note? When do I send a note? What day is best? What do I do? So I just started to hit a wall a little bit for sales reps because I don't want sales reps to have any anxiety again around prospecting, again around social selling. So I did start to build up my own tool. We'll get there, but I do already coach in field training 3 ways to achieve tangible results through social selling. So I do want to bring that to the table today. And then I do also have 3 social selling statistics. Say that fast. Okay, shit.
I'm not going
3
to.
social selling statistics. Your turn. Try it.
She is yelling. She feels firmly about this.
Try and say it fast. 3 social selling statistics.
3 social selling statistics.
Well, that was obviously harder for me. Cool. Okay. So I brought those to the table as well because I thought we could talk about them because I want to persuade sales reps. Please don't overthink it. Yes, get out of your own way. I say that all the time, but it's true. YOLO, don't stop yourself from social selling, but let's make sure that you're not wasting your time. So that's what we can talk about today is how to not waste your time on LinkedIn.
And on this note, I think it's important for listeners to hear this as well. Something we say a lot in this series is we are not asking you to cold call the CEO of American Express. And I've actually said that so many times. I feel like the CEO of American Express, like, who is this person that keeps dropping my name? What we're asking you to do is take a tool that you're likely using and use it a little bit more, use it differently, use it in a way that is to your advantage, that works for you, that works for your skill sets. We would never ask you to do anything that doesn't feel right or robotic. We want this to be super genuine. You're probably overly using LinkedIn. Our industry is very strong on that. We're going to share some stuff that has worked for us that we think could work for you as well. I know, again, I talked a lot about how being on LinkedIn is sort of part of my job over the last year as I'm really rebuilding a book of business. And I've actually had fellow distributors say to me, you are all over LinkedIn. And my immediate thought when someone says that is, I get tagged a lot in posts for Promo Kitchen, for Genumark, for the work that I'm posting or the content I'm posting, which is, it's true. I'm on LinkedIn a lot. But what they meant is we can see when you're commenting and doing this and reaching your network, because a lot of that is not private. And some people don't love that. They can see who you're interacting with, potentially who your clients are, your prospects, your connections. Listen, I'm an open book. So when someone says it to me, I'm sort of flattered. You're right. I'm constantly on there. First to comment, first to reach, first to hope that my comment on JQ's post will do something for her content. So I've been hearing that a lot lately. You're all over LinkedIn. Yeah, I am. It's my job right now, and it's working and it's getting some traction. You go with your immediate thoughts.
Yeah, no, I was just, as you were talking, I was just thinking we have to take this a next step further, Joe, for the people that are actually listening for us, because we have to almost like just paint a picture as to how easy it is to solve a problem, not sales, but then how easy it is to then just use LinkedIn to like get that compelling message off of your plate. It's not about like getting a meeting. It's not about showing product. It's about building a bond, creating a connection. And it does sometimes take research to do that. It does. Research can actually eliminate a bad candidate. Research can
Yeah.
also help you build rapport with somebody. So I just pulled something up, and I know that I'm going rogue here, but I just like I feel this matter feel this matters. So if you're leveraging LinkedIn and you want to prospect new clients and you want to nurture existing relationships, maybe expand clients you already have. I was there. I leveraged LinkedIn to expand all three of my Fortune 500 companies when I was a distributor.
Awesome.
Or a third scenario, maybe you want to recover some lost clients and you want to utilize social selling to kind of rekindle and start telling a story and just start the relationship there and stay out of the inbox. Okay. So I just Googled, and I'm not kidding. I teach this in field training. This is precisely how I wrote millions of dollars. This is it. Anytime I was going to re-engage one of my buyers, whether it was automotive or to healthcare, I had one automotive, two healthcare. I would Google, and I just did it right now. I would Google pain points in the automotive industry. I'm reading this right now, okay? Physical demands, injury, safety, female workers, millennials, suicide rates are the highest in blue collar. I'm reading statistics right now. Guys, go shopping for problems to solve. Promotional products can solve all of those problems. So now getting back to social selling, knowing that as you're prospecting and connecting with individuals, that is important. It just gives you more ammo to create a bond, nurture the bond. You'll know what they're dealing with. You can even say, hey, I'm aware that in your industry, you're probably facing this. I want to share some solutions I have that might benefit your team. I think this is worth having a conversation with me. That's how I prospected, as I was so convincing. I brought evidence to the table. I know you're dealing with this. I have solutions for recognition that is going to boost morale, that involves wellness and mental health. Please let me show you. Please, like that was my angle. Go ahead.
We don't think about this enough, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess it helps if you've had more longevity in this industry, but when you are in this industry, when you are in any industry and you are in sales, you need to be the expert for the client. And this breaks down in many ways. So if JQ is my supplier and I'm pitching to a client, and JQ sells backpacks and chargers and all the things that are in HPG and more, I cannot blame JQ and the line for any errors, any misprints, any shipping, anything. Uh, They are immediately my partner. I'm their partner. They're my partner. They are a representation of us. So, one thing I want to say on that fact is, or on your thought rather, is that when you are selling, remind yourself that your supplier is your partner. There's no blaming, there's no UPS did this, the vendor didn't listen. Remember, everyone's an extension of you, and that translates back into social selling for a couple of reasons. The other reason it translates back is because, again, you're the expert. So when the client comes to you for those ideas from HPG, whatever it might be, you need to know the product line. You need to know the ins and outs, what's trending, what's selling, what's not, what can't they keep in stock, because your client doesn't touch and feel all of the things all the time. And hopefully you're either meeting with your vendors virtually at EME style meetings like we attended last weekend. I got to see you and touch product in real life. Your client has a job, and one of those jobs is buying merch. They're usually sitting at their desk doing a million other things and putting out many fires. So when you are really doing social selling well and leaning on your partners and becoming that true expert of HPG, that's when you're leveraging social selling, because you're going to be sharing about it on your socials. You're going to be talking about product, things that you're getting excited about, things that you touched and felt that you feel would be good for your client. And then your client says, well, I don't know, we're picking between A, B, and C products. What do you think? and you're like, yeah, I am going to share that with you because I'm an expert. I am the expert in social selling. I'm the expert in product. I'm the expert in all the things. You're also the expert in having other clients that may have done that product for different events, for different industries. So you're going to go, you know what? I was going to show you this charger, but I ended up having a really big issue with another client on quality and it didn't really charge their phone. I'm going to show you something else. And they want to hear those pain points, not just the things that look great on paper. They want to hear all the ways that you're an expert on this because they, again, they don't always have the time to go through a 62-page deck of what you think is cool. Be the
Hold on, I'm
expert,
having an
make it
earthquake.
clear.
Hold on, I'm having an earthquake. Hold
An
on.
earthquake. This is real.
Yep. Where's my dog? Hold on. Let me just make sure Marshall's okay.
Just JQ just had an actual earthquake. We made the ground move to this podcast.
We're okay.
She's okay. Her dog's okay. Her kid's okay. Her wife's okay. So we're going to go on
We're okay.
and do some more
We will.
groundbreaking content here. Let's go to LinkedIn again and talk a little bit about some tools that you're using that you feel have to be shared.
My trick, I'm so public about it. I optimize my profile. I make sure that my profile, number one, is even ready for me to go meet people. I have to be ready. If your profile does not highlight your unique skill sets or your personality or achievements, and it's like promotional branding person at so and so promotions, no one knows what that means. How do you
Yeah.
connect to that? Get your shit on lockdown, get it ready, and then go start meeting people. If your profile isn't optimized, it's like going to a networking event in your pajamas. You're not ready. You're not going to make an impact. So once your profile is like ready to go, then start to think about who do you want to work with? It's about you. Who do I want to sell to? What's my passions? What are my industries that I want to move? For me, it was blue collar uniforming. I knew immediately what I wanted, blue collar uniforming. And then I narrowed it down to trucking and automotive. And then I made my move. I knew exactly what I wanted. So then I targeted that on LinkedIn. I went to blue collar, trucking, automotive, and I looked for where I knew I could have a uniforming conversation. And I started just connecting. Go ahead, Joe.
I love you. I was going to say to even rewind one step behind on the profile, because I think that could be overwhelming immediately. The person that doesn't have the time is thinking, I don't even have time to go on LinkedIn. How am I going to edit my profile? I have no time. Don't overthink this. Go be inspired by people that you admire or respect. And to be honest with you, I don't think my relationship with JQ would be where it was if it wasn't for LinkedIn for both of us today. So I think a lot we got to know each other really well through some social stuff before we really developed this relationship.
You're right. But Joe, what got us there is I posted educational information. I didn't waste your time. I brought value into your world, into your sales process. You connected to me because of that.
Right, exactly.
So don't waste people's time. When it comes to LinkedIn, connect with your audience meaningfully to your point. Like valuable content is king.
Yeah. So when you're on LinkedIn and you're feeling overwhelmed by like, what is my profile missing? I'm going to use JQ. Go take a peek at JQ's profile or mine or someone else in the industry that you really think is killing it and look at their profile and go get inspired. Am I asking you to go copy word for word everything JQ has said and done? No, that's not you. Go be inspired by the format that she's put it in, maybe the highlights she's sharing. If that resonates with you, the tidbit she's sharing about her life, and you feel that's something on your pace and your level you can share, go for it. Jay Baselli is another person that's great. I can name hundreds of people in this industry without thinking, but go look at a few people's profiles. I'm not asking you to copy. I'm asking you to be inspired by the way they lay out their profile, what they're highlighting, what they're pinning to the top. If you know what that means, message me and I'll share with you what it means to pin to the top for viewing purposes. Go be inspired by the other way people are setting up their profile on their about section and their highlights. Back to JQ.
No, well, thanks for saying that. But I worked really hard on my profile. I'm sure you did too, to come across just, hey, this is me. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm into. This is what matters to me. I want you to know this about me before you make your decision. I'm making it really easy for people to decide if they like me or not, because don't waste my time. Don't.
Don't waste your own time.
Yeah, if I'm connecting with you, I am coming for something. I'm coming for something. If you go to my page and you're like, well, this she doesn't look cool to me, then cool. Don't accept me. I'll move on. I'm not going to chase you and be like, well, I guess I'll send them an email now. Like, I just, sorry.
Okay. Awesome.
Sales. But LinkedIn is the best. And I think where sales reps get hung up is, what do I say? What do I say? How do I turn the happy anniversaries and the happy birthdays into dollars? How do I convert that into dollars? That's where it comes in, just knowing what they're even, this industry, what their pain points are. Who is
Yep.
this person? What could you sell them? What are they not buying from you? And then turn around and say, I am a great candidate for this. I would love to earn time on your calendar. You should be using me for this. I know that your company and your industry is facing this. I can solve this. Can I earn time? I want to show you something.
Yeah, earn time. I like that. I always love saying I'd love the opportunity to earn your business. Again, nothing is handed to you. Now, with that, because I do know you cross post, how important do you think it is to not only have the LinkedIn, but also the active Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the things? Not called Twitter anymore. I know. I don't really care.
No. Well, it depends on what you're trying to achieve on social. So I'll bring Sav up. Sav is giving herself a digital studio of like opinions she can share with her clients. Hey, check this out. I love what they're doing here. Let's copy this. Here's my thoughts. Press play on this. She's feeding people to her Instagram. She's creating a place for people to go for content. So for somebody, if you want to use social selling for that reason, jump into Instagram. You don't know what I know a guy that works at Jack Nadell, and he does not use Instagram or social media literally in any way, shape, or form. He just doesn't need to. He never has. But then there's somebody like me. I definitely have to have it in my role. I have to have the Instagram. But for me as a distributor, if I were to go back in time when I started with as a distributor sales rep, I didn't really use Instagram at all.
Okay. So that's where I was kind of going as well. What about the person that feels overwhelmed and says, I don't have time, I don't want to use it, I don't want to keep up with it, I don't want to have two separate accounts? Do you feel like they could be successful without any of these tools? This day and
Yes.
age. This day
Yes.
and age.
Yep.
Okay. And if someone also on that note was saying, I don't want to do a million things, I'm going to laser focus on one, would you say LinkedIn is the strongest one to start using for your own business platform?
Yes, because
I would.
LinkedIn gives the most information away. LinkedIn you can use to look at company size, demographics, their revenue, job openings. What are they hiring for? What am I outfitting? I sell uniforming. What are you hiring for? In what regions? Oh, layering, beanies. You need this here, antimicrobial in Arizona. Piece together what you can sell. What are they hiring for? Oh, clip-on water bottles would be great. Oh, they have drivers. They need these. Start to have some sort of a product alignment. LinkedIn gives all of that away. So for me,
Yeah.
100%. Also, 78% of salespeople that use some form of social selling outperform their peers. Just a heads up.
Love it. Perfect. Um, I know that your stuff is probably, and I'm assuming pre-planned and then auto sent out daily, or like, how are you creating your post, your content? Are you using Canva and then just cross sharing? Are you doing random thoughts that come to you in the shower? Like, how are you putting together your content and executing?
I don't even know how to use Canva at all. Never used it in my
Ooh,
life. Don't even have the
okay,
app.
good to know. Okay.
I just post my thoughts on threads, and then I just share it to my story. The way that I create any of my sales messages or my thoughts is something that has happened in the last 24 hours that pissed me off, frustrated me, or annoyed me, or a sales rep just, dropped a ball on something and yeah, it's something that I observe that happens and I go, oh, yeah.
Okay. Same. I am not posting every day. I am really always thinking about how I want to post and where I want to post. My stuff on LinkedIn, and you've probably seen over the last few months, is more vulnerable because I want a conversation. So you'll see a lot of it isn't around sales or prospecting. It's more because I actually want to know my audience. It's been really cool for me. I'll get random things that I want to talk about and then create a post in my head. Usually on an airplane, I find the best way to find my content to put together. Like today's post is about how I'm an identical twin. And I just think that's like a really fun fact. And so I want to hear other people's fun facts. So I try to take something that's cool for me and then make it an actual conversation. And I can't tell you over the last 6, 7, 8 months how awesome it has been for me, because I will walk into, again, a legacy meeting and someone will say, I had no idea you were a race walker. Tell me more about that story. So I'm finding it just being really real and authentic, getting the best conversations and feedback from people about their lives, because then you connect, right? And the biggest thing for salespeople that are great and natural at this are connections and relationships. I hear a lot of salespeople say, I don't want to go cold call. I don't want to go hunt. I want to nurture my relationships, get to know my client, over service them. Well, that is part of the connection, getting to know your clients. And you can do that if you are like willing to peel away the layers of vulnerability and just be a little bit more open with your clients and your network. Because again, I'm not even just using LinkedIn for my networks and prospects and people that could be potential clients or maybe our current clients. I have a really good connection of network in this industry of people I buy from and my friendly competition. And if you are working in the right industry with the right people and this industry is lifting, they're going to lift and bump you. I can't tell you how often I jump on and my comments are from JQ, Jay, Danny Rosen, Kate Plummer, people in our industry that really want to help and boost you and bump you. And it comes back because you never know who they're connected to. I've said this before on other podcasts. Nick Latour happens to be connected to someone I was having a first time meeting with. You just never know. So when you are leaving the legacy meetings, the EME meetings, the PeerNet meetings, I could go Facilis, I can go on and on and on about all the great meetings and industry events. I need you to walk out of those rooms and write down who you are going to connect with on the supplier side, the friendly competition side. That is your network. Those are your cheerleaders. Those are your champions that are going to make you shine to potential buyers. That for me is social selling.
Do you have a mic?
Imaginary Mike, boom. What else can you say about LinkedIn, Jenna?
Just don't waste people's time on the platform. I mean, that's just, I know it sounds so stupid to say that, but it's like, you if you're gonna post something, there should be an intent. Like I see a lot of distributor sales reps just post a flyer their company gives them. Go post this on LinkedIn. How does that convert into dollars?
Yes, queen.
What converts into dollars is us creating a bond, nurturing, rekindling, asking the right questions, painting us as solutions, being direct. You should be using me for this. Can I earn time on your calendar? I can solve this problem because I know you're facing it.
Absolutely.
But use the messages. LinkedIn wouldn't give us all this message space and direct messages. You can upload, attachments. You can send a voice message. They wouldn't give us those capabilities if they didn't want us to use it.
Agreed. And while we're there, let's talk about voice notes, which is something you are sort of adapted over the last few months more than others. Let's talk about voice notes, where I've heard from people that are using it more. It's a laziness thing, it's an efficiency thing, it's a connection thing. Tell me about your voice notes and why you specifically use them.
Because a lot of times sales reps will ask me questions. How do I grow my business? How do I grow my business with the leader I have? I'm having a hard time with this customer. What were your thoughts on this? So I respond back via voice message or selfie video because I feel like it humanizes me. I feel like I want to build trust with you and say, hey, listen, here's the truth, right? Let's like really look at this. And I feel like if I send a voice message or a video, people get to see me and understand I'm literally investing in you. I'm investing in you. You can see it in my eyes. You can always hear it in my voice too, right? So for me, it's not about efficiency. It's about like, I am trying to connect with you. There it is. There are times with my wife or my kids, or sometimes my colleagues, or sometimes you, if I'm super, super quick, or if like my cousin Mark had his baby, I'll be like, hey, congratulations, homie, right? There's a time and a place. But the idea is, it doesn't matter why you use it. You're just using it to connect with people, humanize yourself. So for me, it's all about like just continue bonding and connecting. Congratulations on your baby. How boring. Send a voice message.
I know you've been using it for a while, and people are talking a lot more about video and audio nowadays, how that's like a must touch point. And I have to say, when you started doing it, when we started exchanging texts back in the day, it actually made me feel special. Like I don't know if you do it for everyone, it doesn't really matter, but it's like she took the time out to make that feel personal. And real. So I appreciate that. And I will do better at that as well. It also really does to save a lot of time.
No, it does. It does. It
And who
does.
doesn't want time back? What's the number one thing you hear people want back in their day? Time.
And burritos.
Burritos. I'm going to debate you on that one, but that's for another day. Okay. As we wrap up here, is there any closing thoughts you have on social selling that we need to share with our audience?
No, no one has to do it. We're just going to talk about it for those of you that want to do it and that have reached out and said you had pain points here. Hopefully this helps, but no one has to do this. So yeah, it was just, it's a sales method. It's a sales technique.
Yeah, I would close it saying, I dare you. I dare you to get up there and comment on a client's post, comment on a friend's post, colleague, comment on a friendly competitor, supplier post. You don't know what's going to come back to you. I always say, fuck an algorithm. It's the best way to play the game. Those algorithms are all over the place. You will get bumped. You will be noticed. You will be viewed. And I guarantee if you took 20 minutes in 1 week to comment and reach, you'll be surprised at how many profile views you get by someone saying, who is Johanna Gottlieb? Doing all those things, checking all those boxes, putting in the work.
100.
So I will leave it on that. I would like to thank you for your time today. I'm glad that you survived a real live earthquake while we were talking.
Thank you for your time. I just wanted to make sure Marshall was okay. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
Marshall. And have a great day, everyone. And if you have questions, you know how to find us on LinkedIn. I'm Johanna Gottlieb, JQ, Jenna Quaranta. I said it right. I said it right. 8 episodes in. Have a great day, everyone. Go sell some stuff, make some money. Bye.